Ros Rowell. It's a Geordie name, it's from the north of England, but I live in Scotland. I've been here for well over 40 years. I live in a little place called Torness, which is about 16 miles south of Inverness, in an area called Stratherick, which is lovely, it's beautiful. We're sort of isolated and yet we're fairly near to the town.
I was born here, just up the road there, in February 1937. And I went to school locally, to the local school down the road here. When I left school at 15, I went to sea, and I was at sea for nearly 11 years. By that time I was married and I was living in London. So being at sea wasn't very good for family life. So I decided to come ashore, and I didn't know what to do, because it doesn't matter how well qualified you are at sea, your qualifications don't mean anything ashore. And so what I thought I would do, I thought I would join the Metropolitan Police. In the meantime, I met another ex-sailor who was the officer in charge of our local fire station in London. And he said, "Don't be a fool, this is the job for you, much better than the police." So that's how I finished up doing 31 years in the fire brigade.
My name is Fiona Smith and I'm a reindeer herder at the Cairngorm Reindeer Centre based in Scotland. And we have Britain's only free-ranging herd of reindeer. So the reindeer live naturally in the Cairngorm Mountains, but it's a privately owned herd. We manage them. Every single one's got a name. We've got 150 in a whole herd. I can recognise them all. And so we manage the herd in such a way that we can control the numbers through the breeding. But also we're a tourist attraction, so we take guided tours onto the mountain and people can enjoy spending time with the reindeer, hand feeding them. But they're very friendly animals, as you can see.
I joined in January 1963 and I got my 31 years in January 1994, and that is when I retired. And I came back here. This land had been in my family for at least 200 years. So my cousin, who was the crofter here, I used to help him with his sheep. And when he died, about a year later, I took over. And I was very pleased because of the family connections. And that's how 20 years later, I'm still here and looking after sheep.
I've just turned 60, right, and I was a student in the 70s, and a lot of people who were students round about then sort of rebelled a little bit against what their parents wanted, and a very materialistic look at the world. I mean, there were reasons why people were the way they were at that time, and the reasons that we made the choices we made at the time. Round about the end of the 70s, there was almost like this sort of nuclear threat and the emergence of Maggie Thatcher and the right wing, and as a sort of response to that, quite a lot of people did the going back to the land sort of thing. And it seems really cliched, but somehow we must have done that. The highlight probably is in a week my art class here, but I love going to the hospice in Inverness, where I help in the art room and do art with people, and I absolutely love that. I meet some great people down there.
It's the land more than the house that you think of when you think of home. Being down on the shore, fishing, out on the hill there on the Throntonus Ridge, gathering sheep. That's the thing that you miss.
So here I notice every little curve, every shadow of light, and where we live here, we're on South Loch Ness, which is high above Loch Ness. We're about 700 or 800 feet up on a little plateau. We've got the hills above Loch Ness, and then we've got the Monoliath Mountains over there, and this area is called Stratheric, which means the Strath of the Peasies, the Yarrick, which is the Gaelic for a little bird that flits around up here. And to me it typifies the area as being airy, free, light, and I think why I probably started painting was I love the skies here, I love this light.
I think for me, because I live and work in these landscapes, that I take it for granted. Like, I see it every day and I work in it every day, and some days it's beautiful weather like this, and other days it's not so beautiful and it's raining or snowing. But regardless, I do appreciate it. I love working in the outdoors. I would never work in an office. This is my office. So yeah, I do enjoy working up here, and I don't take it for granted. I guess I just should maybe remember more often that I do work here.
When I came back, things had changed. There was fewer of the indigenous people about. The population had gone down quite considerable. There's very few youngsters coming along. I don't think that this is their idea of earning a living. They're more used to being in offices and looking at computer screens and putting one foot in front of the other out on the hill there, and organising sheep is the last thing they want to do.
It's never ever occurred to me to work in the city. It's not my interest. My interest is working in the outdoors, working with animals, and I'm just lucky to enjoy what I was born into. Had it have gone the other way, then maybe I would have ended up in a city. But no, I'm lucky I enjoy what I've been given.
Here I am, been back here now 20 years. So that gives you an idea of how old I am.
Enjoy life. I make lots of soup and wine. I make wine from my own grapes and from currants and rhubarb. What else do I make wine from? Anything I can, actually. And Alan makes a bit of beer. And yeah, when we got married, my brother wrote this little poem: take your partner by the hand, build a croft that's mighty grand, play the fiddle, brew some beer, we wish you well year after year. And actually it came true.